शिवोऽहं न मे द्वेषरागौ न मे लोभमोहौ न मे वै मदो नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्मः न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुत्वाच्च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न चासङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मेयः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಇದು ನೋಡಿ? ಓಕೆ, ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಹೊಡಿಬೋದಾ? ಎದ್ದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಡಿಬೇಕು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ಸು. ವಾವ್, ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಲೋ, ನೀವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು? ಅಬೌವ್ 70 ಯಾರು? ಅಬೌವ್ 70 ಯಾರು? ಬನ್ನಿ. ಅಬೌವ್ 80 ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ, ಬನ್ನಿ. ನೀವೊಬ್ಬರು. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು ಇವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾತಾಡಿ.
ನಾನು ಸಣ್ಣವನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಗುರುಗಳ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಎಂದೂ ಮೀರಿಲ್ಲ. ಗುರುಗಳು, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು, ಹಿರಿಯರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಪಾಲಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನನಗೆ ಈ ಯೋಗದ ನನಗೆ ಬೈಪಾಸ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್. ಆದರೂ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ ಯೋಗ ಕಾರಣ. ಯೋಗ ಸಮಿತಿಗೆ ಜೈ. ಬೋಲೋ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ಜೈ.
ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಇರಲಿ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಹಲೋ, ಸೀನಿಯರ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋ ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಥರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಫೋಟೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ, ಫೋಟೋನಲ್ಲೇ ಜೀವನ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್. ಏನೋ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. ಬನ್ನಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಚೇರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಪ್ಪ. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಚೇರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಒಂದೇ ಚೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಟೈಮ್ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon and a warm welcome to the keynote session of the Global Yoga Summit 2025. We now move into the keynote session. a moment where we pause to listen to a voice that has shaped not just institutions, but entire movements in yoga education. It is my profound honor to introduce a global ambassador of yogic wisdom, a scholar, an academic leader, and a visionary who has dedicated his life to bridging traditional yogic science and modern global academia, Dr. M.K. Nagaraja Rao, Pro-Chancellor of the Yoga University of the Americas. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nagaraja Rao M.K. I respectfully invite you to deliver the keynote address, sir. Let us welcome him with a warm round of applause.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಟು ಆಲ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಅಗೈನ್. Okay. This keynote address would have been rendered in the morning itself in the plenary session. We could not do so. Of course, this yoga summit has got its own vision. In the 2-day sessions, different sessions, we are going to have some resolutions and will be trying in the coming year to execute them as a mission. And every summit has got its own view, and this summit has got a view that is the mental health, it's in the order. I seek the attention of all of you who are wandering around. Please take your seats. Can all of you raise your hand? Can all of you raise your hand? Can all of you raise your hand? Those who have raised, don't keep it down. Can all of you yes, please keep the hand up, please, for a minute. We are going to receive your attention. Yes, very good. See, yogic peoples are very independent thinking. You have got really you are independently thinking. I have raised my left arm, but all of you have raised your right arm. This is yoga, because you are all right people. You are not the people left over. You are all right people. So your right hand is up. Because I showed my left hand raised, but all of you have raised your right hand. Are you all right people? Say yes, please. You are all right people. Okay, yes. So right people are yogic people. Since they practice yoga every day, in their blood and vein, there is essence of yoga. So naturally, they think in a right way, they speak in a right way, they do in a right way. The thought, the combination of the thought, word, and the deed. Please, down your hands, please. The thought, word, the thought and word and the deed in a right way. When it's in a combination, in a right combination, is called the yoga. Yoga is not doing something at opposite of a posture and being in that posture for a while and showing some as if it's a competition. No, that's not the one. The summit has got several meanings. The Sanskrit meaning of don't consider summit as an English word, consider it as a Sanskrit word, samit. Samit means a firewood that is used for the yagnas. It's called the samit. So we are all samit, we are all involved ourselves in the yagna of this yoga. As firewood, we are involved in the yagna of this yoga, and we have been trying to achieve something. All the way throughout the year, we have practiced yoga and have done ourselves something. Now we have come here to tell other people that what you are doing, what a human service that you have been rendering to the welfare of the society, that's the idea. This world has seen many wars. This world has seen terrorist activities, the political variations, geographical variation, territorial conflicts, language conflicts, and people have departed themselves. They take distance from the other individual in the name of language, in the name of religion, and so on. But yoga is one essential factor that can bring people together. It's not through merely yogasana. It is not merely through practice of pranayama and so on. It has got its own theme. That's why the theme of this Yoga Summit 2025 is the mental health. This is the need of the hour. Perhaps we have achieved the physical health to an extent at least, though not fully. To an extent, we have achieved the physical health, but we have been failing totally or partially at least in achieving the mental health of the people. This is the high time, also the right time for all of us to take care of the mental health of our entire community, because when we are mentally fit, we will be achieving something. The yoga is not limited by itself to the extent of geographical areas of a country or to the religion or to a tradition like that. It is worldwide accepted by every community. When the UNO declared the Yoga Day, all the member nations equivocally approved it, because by that time most of the countries, many people in those countries were practicing yoga. So passing such a resolution by UNO was so easy, because by that time yoga was known to most people on the globe. So this summit 2025 has got its glorious aim that in the coming year we are going to reach almost all people and almost all community on the earth, and providing them a proper mental health, a sound health through the practices of yoga. That's the idea. So most people on the earth are nowadays under stress. Why the stress is? Because instead of looking to our mental health, we started looking to our luxuries. We started collecting and possessing many gadgets which are really not bringing any peace to us. The mental health cannot come through an object, cannot come through a luxury item, cannot come through my status, my social status and so on. Because we are always, and most of times, leaning ourselves towards getting some honor, some social honor, but any such social honor cannot bring us the health, especially the mental health. Those who are really sound in their mind can also be sound in their body. We have always learned a sound mind in a sound body. In this year, we all will struggle ourselves, take this as a mission to take the message of yoga to all people on the earth, not merely to the India. This message of peace from India has to reach every community, every individual on the earth. Because India is the foremost country, it has given the message of Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Perhaps in the other parts of the world, when the civilization was blinking yet, not yet begun, India was flourishing with a rich culture, rich tradition, rich civilization, with such practices like yoga, Veda, and even the classical dance, classical drama, classical art. Everything of India is so vast, so primitive, so old, and so model. And we have the pride that this great art called yoga belongs to India. We are the originators. We have a greater responsibility on our shoulders to take this great yoga to all other countries. So we need your cooperation to make the mission a success. With this, the gist of my keynote address I have presented. Thank you all of you. Please be with us for the rest of the sessions. The other sessions are already going on in the different places, in the hall number 1, in the hall number 2, in the upstairs. There is one more hall. Who are interested in attending such sessions may also go and attend them. But on the same dais, some of the other topics are dealt with in detail. You just be here. Okay, thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Nagaraj, for illuminating keynote address and for weaving timeless yogic wisdom for us today. Your thoughts have not only enriched our minds, but uplifted our spirits.
Okay, Swamiji, just 1 minute, be seated. Okay, friends, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ? ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಸೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ಕಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ಕಮ್ ಆನ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್? ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್. Yes. Okay? You can move this chair that side. Keep it back. Okay? Ready? All these children are from local college, but they are doing global performance. Okay? Okay, song is ready? Hello? Song ready ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ ನೀಲಾದೇವಿ? Okay. Okay, till it is ready, all of you are from same country? Which country? Zimbabwe. Come, come. Just introduce about your nation, your name. Speak.
Good afternoon. Yeah. My name is Muna. I'm from Zimbabwe, studying at Acharya College Institute under Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences. I'm very pleased to be here. Actually, it is an honor for me to participate in this yoga since I've always been interested in it. So we look forward to present you a little dance from our country. Hope it will catch you.
Okay. Amma Neelama, get ready, start. Okay, friends, go ahead.
Thank you. I'd call upon the Guruji to felicitate all the dancers here. A big round of applause for them.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯಿತು? ಆಫ್ರಿಕನ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಹೊಡಿಬೋದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you once again. We now step into a session that is both timely and deeply relevant. Youth and Mental Health, International Rotary Youth Panel Discussion. Globally today, young people are navigating a world that demands more adaptability, resilience, and emotional strength than ever before. Studies from the UNICEF and the WHO consistently highlight that 1 in 7 young people worldwide face a mental health challenge, and yet the stigma around seeking help still prevents many from stepping forward. But here's the hopeful part. When young voices come together, when communities listen, and when platforms like Rotary empower young leaders, transformation begins. This session is exactly that, a space for understanding, dialogue, lived experiences, and real solutions. Rotary International has always believed that youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but powerful change makers today. Through Rotaract, Interact, and global youth programs, Rotary encourages emotional well-being, leadership development, cultural exchange, and community service, all of which directly shape healthy mental health development. Today's panel brings together dynamic young leaders who represent this global spirit of service, empathy, and vision. Rotary International Youth Panel brings 5 remarkable panelists who will be sharing insights, challenges, solutions around youth mental health from both local and global perspectives. So I'd like to call upon our first panelist, Rotarian Professor Elizabeth Cherian, DG RID 3192. Ma'am, I'd like to call upon you to the stage. She's not. Okay. So Elizabeth ma'am is not here today. So instead, Jyoti Manjunath ma'am will be taking over. Second panelist, we have Dr. Ali Khwaja.
Video play event, all these things we will start. And lead.
I'd like to hand over this session to Jyoti Manjunath ma'am. Ma'am, please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. This year, Global Yoga Summit 2025 had the theme of mental health. So Rotary Kalyan took an initiative to organize youth voices in art for global peace and mental health. So on this, we had a lot of activities with youth, that is college and school students, Rotaracts and Interacts of Rotary. And we have done a wonderful job. With this, I would request Rotarian Uma Mahesh to give a small glimpse of what do we do in Rotary with students for the mental health. I hand over to Uma Mahesh.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ನು. ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಅಂತ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಕು. ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಚಿತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಚಿತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಬೆಸ್ಟು ಅಂದರೆ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಸ್ಥಾನ ಯಾವುದು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ಚಿತ್ರನ. ಆ ಚಿತ್ರನ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ನೆರೆದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಶಾಂತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಆ ಕಲಾವಿದ ಅಂದರೆ, ಫುಲ್ಲು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಭೂಕಂಪ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನೋ ಅಲ್ಲೋಲ ಕಲ್ಲೋಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಭೂಮಿನೇ, ಅಂಥ ಚಿತ್ರನ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂಥ ಚಿತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರೀ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸು ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಜಡ್ಜನ್ನ ಕರೆಸ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಜಡ್ಜನ್ನ ಕರೆಸಿ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಪುಣ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಆ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಹೇಳೋ ಒಂದೇ ಮಾತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಕಂಪ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಿಜ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಜ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ತೂರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ನಿಜ, ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ತೂರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹಕ್ಕಿ ತನ್ನ ಮರಿಗೆ ಗುಟುಕನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಹೊರಗಡೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಟರ್ಬುಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಆ ಹಕ್ಕಿ ಅದನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ತಲೆ ಒಳಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತನ್ನ ಮರಿಗೆ ಏನನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಇದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವಶಾಂತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮನಃಶಾಂತಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೊರಗಡೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನೊಳಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇದನ್ನೇ ಗ್ಲೋಬ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಪೀಸ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ರೋಟ್ರಿ ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ರೋಟ್ರಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ರವರು ಒಂದು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂಥ ಇನಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಯೂತನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾದ ದಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ, ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾಂತಿನ ಬರೆಸಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆರ್ಟ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಶಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕಾಪಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಶಾಂತಿಯುತ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದಾದ್ಯಂತ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ಹಲವಾರು ವಿಚಾರಗಳುಳ್ಳಂಥ ಪ್ರಬಂಧಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆಸಿ, ಚಿತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಬರೆಸಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕಟಿಸಿ ಹಲವಾರು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ರೋಟ್ರಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ್ನ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ರವರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವರ ತಂಡದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸೋಣ.
Thank you, Mamesh. That was really wonderful. Now, to understand what we did, I request our DRR, Janice, to speak about what was the pre-event context, what we did with the students, and how students participated. Janice, over to you.
Ellarigu namaskara. A very good afternoon and a very good afternoon to all of you. This is Rotractor Rotarian Janice Phillip, and I am the representative from Rotract District 3192. To all the distinguished guests, the respected leaders, and all my dear friends today, it is a privilege to welcome you all to the Youth Voices in Art for the Global Peace and Mental Well-Being segment of the Global Yoga Summit 2025. Yesterday, we began this journey with a powerful pre-event that brought together creativity, perspective, and voices of young people from across all of our communities. This event unfolded in two phases. The first phase was designed to spark reflection, dialogue, and action. We had an inspiring art exhibition where students all across the globe, all across the states of India, students, Rotractors, Rotarians, and every college-going member, students brought together their thoughts. They painted their art on banner-sized canvases through colors, symbols, and powerful visual storytelling. They expressed what peace and mental well-being mean to this generation today. Their art reminded us that youth do not just see the world as what it is, but they also envision it as what they want it to be. The phase 2, we had an online youth discussion and a speaker meet, a space for young minds to exchange ideas. So rather than just one speaker meet, we allowed every person, every student on that platform to openly express their dialogues and interest in what is global peace today, what is mental well-being today, a very significant but unspoken initiative which impacts not just one age group, but every single individual in every walk of life. So this collaborative expression of hope and concern will be showcased in a short while in a small snippet. This reminds us about our call for peace and mental well-being, and that it is universal, it is present, and it is the most important factor in today's generation. This entire initiative was made possible by the beautiful collaboration between Rotary, Rotract, Intract, and the Global Yoga Summit 2025. And my special thanks to Rotarian Jyoti Manjunath and Rotary Bangalore Kalyan, and to every organizing team member who made this possible for us. We had around 15 to 20 clubs, we had another 10 institutions, and we had representatives from across the globe who were present at this initiative. So today, as we gather together, we discuss the importance of global peace and mental health, and that it cannot be overstated. We live in a world where conflict, stress, and mental health is very uncertain but an overshadowed hope. Through events like this, through the Global Yoga Summit 2025, our young voices, educators, leaders, and change makers come together, and we affirm that peace begins with inner understanding, with self-awareness, with well-being, and that with the understanding that youth are not just the future, but we are the force that accelerates and shapes it. So with immense pride and gratitude, I welcome you all to this evening program of panel discussion, and may today's reflection be a conversation that inspires and unites every single one of us. So thank you and welcome to all of you again. May I request the console to play our video.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sangeeta from grade 10 from Lutz English High School. I would like to present a few words on global health. Everyone here has been familiar with the word global peace, and global peace. But the number of the people who can actually describe it attain very small. No one can even picture correctly what exactly peace means. If one has acquired true peace and experienced it, the turmoil and confusing of the world will not be recognized at all. People mean the peace means the giving up of the activities of the senses. Certain people believe that prayer can bring world peace and ask people to pray. Of course, it is good to pray, but peace can never be gained by prayer alone. Prayer must be united with practice. You should not pray for the thing and practice another. Such prayer is only much of deception. The words you utter, the deeds you do, the progress you make, all should be directed along the same path. Through world peace, individual peace can be cultivated. Personal peace stands for inner calmness and leads to more harmonious relationship. It is the dream of world without war, violence, or conflict. Peace means living in harmony where people from different countries, religion, and culture respect and understand each other's situations and cultures. Peace allows nations to grow, societies to flourish, and individuals to live happily. Secure lives, harmonious, achieving world. Peace is not was terrorism, poverty, and injustice continue to harm humanity. In conclusion, I would like to say that global peace is not just the absence of war, but presence of justice and understanding together. We can build a better, peaceful future. Thank you.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Here to speak on youth voices for global peace and mental health. So, what is everyone around the world? So, let's build a world where seeking health is a strength, where kindness is normal, and every young person feels they belong. So, our voices can shape a peaceful, mentally healthy future for all.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Rotractor Chandana, International Service Director of Acharya Bangalore School Rotract Club. So, I am here to talk about why mental health is important and why it matters a lot. So, first, as we see, it controls how you cope up with stress. Good mental health helps you face challenges without feeling overwhelmed. Whether it's college, work, or relationships, a stable mind helps you do better. Healthy emotions helps you build strong, happy relationships. Stress and anxiety can cause headaches, fatigue, stomach issues, and poor immunity. Good mental health helps you believe in yourself and make healthy decisions. Recognizing emotions limits protects you from breakdowns. Taking care of your mind is a sign of strength, not weakness. So here I conclude with this, that please take care of your mental health. Taking care of mental health is equal to a physical health. If you
But as spectators, we are here to address the real life challenges that is lasting in today's world.
We are the students from BM English School. We are going to speak about the importance of global peace and mental health.
Mental health is important for feeling good. It helps you feel better. Sometimes feeling sad or worried is normal.
Sleeping well keeps your brain healthy. Taking breaks reduces stress. Being kind to yourself is important.
professional health can help you in tough things. Sharing your feelings is normal. A healthy mind is a secret to a healthy life. Thank you.
Respecting each other culture brings peace. Education teaches the people to live peacefully.
Good relationships with other countries bring harmony. By working together, we can solve big problems. Thank you all.
Before we start, I would like to ask you a question. What do you mean by global peace?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for sitting through our pre-event. Today, mental health is an issue that doesn't just happen with a small discussion. It is something that happens with awareness, with compassion, and with empathy. And global peace starts with awareness within us and to all of us. So over to the next panel discussion, which will integrate all of these important topics together and take the proceedings over. Over to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Janice. Now we'll start our panel discussion. Before we start, I would like to invite our moderator, Rotarian Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh, clinical psychologist, a district youth protection officer, and chairperson of Mother and Child Development Committee of Rotary International District 3191. Book of World Record holder, Secretariat Sajal New Life Foundation, woman empowerment leader and entrepreneur. We have a wonderful moderator who is going to take over the session. And over to you, Padmakshi.
Check. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurmadeva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Good morning. So I was just checking. Good afternoon. Elrigu Namaskaralu. I know this is a wonderful day. Global Yoga Summit 2025 happening in Namma, Bangalore. We are going to now talk about world peace, global peace, mental health, art, and a lot of things. Youth voices in art form. The global peace and mental health. Are you ready for this wonderful panel discussion, my dear people out here? That was an amazing response. Okay. Can you all hear me? Who cannot hear me, please lift your left hand. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿಸದೇ ಇರೋರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಡಗೈಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲೆತ್ತಿ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಲಗೈಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲೆತ್ತಿ. ಓಕೆ. ಈಗ ಎಡಗೈಯನ್ನು ಮೇಲೆತ್ತಿ. ಎರಡೂ ಕೈಗಳಿಂದ ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಕೈಗಳಿಂದ ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಾಸ್, ಐ ವುಡ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೈಲಾಶ್ ಅದ್ವಾನಿ ಸರ್, ಅ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್, ಮೆಂಟರ್, CEO, ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಸ್ವಾನಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಹೊಡಿರಿ, ಆದರೆ ಈ ಸತಿ ನಿಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ವ್ಸ್. Wonderful. Thank you. I would next invite our next panelist, Sri Harishankar sir. He is a senior pyramid meditation master, also called the Admatmikavadantha Vaidyaru. A hearty welcome to you to the panel discussion, sir. Looking forward to understand a lot of things from you. And we also welcome Dr. Lokesh Babu, neuropsychiatrist, Neha Manovikasa Kendra, a man with a vision to give back to society, who's going to talk about mental health. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಯಾರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈ? ಎಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಪೀಸ್. ಐ ಹಾರ್ಟಿ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಐ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಬಾಬು ಸರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಪೀಸ್, ಆರ್ಟ್, ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂತ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟರಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಸರ್?
As we see every day in the newspaper, we'll keep seeing a lot of events happening related to the mental health, but not on the good side. These days, wife murders husband, husband murder wife. It has become a common theme. Children's committing suicide. Recently, we saw where one mother was jealous about her own child and she killed her. So all these things happen as they are seen as a criminal offenses, but in India is still yet to rise to recognize them as a mental health issues, and also what can be done, how it can be identified in the very early stage. So educating youths related to the mental health, and also importance of holistic mental health, like how to take care of yourself by yoga, through meditation. And the importance of yoga and meditation these days has become more of a commercial rather than people imbibing it in themselves as a part of the behavior. So that is one thing which is market. It's a good thing, because International Yoga Day has been celebrated by Modi and made it as patented. It is the only patented Indian traditional system of maintaining our health. And NIMANS also has diploma courses. Nobody knows, I think, actually. NIMANS has diploma courses, postgraduate courses in yoga, actually. So now yoga is included in day-to-day, in everyday life, and how it can be used for our well-being and youth's mental stability. That is the main focus, probably, I would guess, today.
Thank you, doctor. So, as per you saying, mental health issues can be seen in any place, in any caste, any religion, in any age groups, with any educational backgrounds. So, it's very important to address the mental health, especially in the youth. Thank you. With this information, I would ask our next question to Hari sir. Hari sir, mic itkondu ready itbidira. Wonderful sir. Mic it ready itkonbidira. Wonderful sir. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾದಂಥ ವೈದ್ಯರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. RSS ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ತಗತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಜರ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲಿ. ನೀವೇನು ಸರ್, how can we empower the youth to become more active peace ambassadors in these communities and their communities too? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರಗಳು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎರಡೂ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸೊ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಪತ್ರಿಜಿ ಪಾದಗಳಿಗೆ ನಮಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಟು ದ ಹೋಲಿ ಫೀಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಶ್ರೀ ಪತ್ರಿಜಿ. ಮಾತೃದೇವೋಭವ, ಪಿತೃದೇವೋಭವ, ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ದೇವೋಭವ, ಅತಿಥಿ ದೇವೋಭವ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂಪವರ್ ಯೂತ್ಸ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ 2 things. One is young and second one is youth. So young ಅಂದರೆ it is about the body. ಬಾಡಿ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಯೂತ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಸೊ 3 ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು ಶಿಶುಗಳಾಗಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಯಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್. ನಾವು ಶಿಶುಗಳಂದರೆ 14ನೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೊಂದು ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇದು ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಏಜ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಯೂತಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯೂತಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಬಿ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಫುಲ್, ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆತಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಮೋಡ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐತೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್. ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತತೆ, ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆತಂಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಆತಂಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮೇನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಫುಲ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಬಿಷಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಬಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ದಾಟಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬೈ ಹುಕ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರೂಕ್, ನೋ ಅದರ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು recorrect it so that we can get into mental health. Mental health is a very broad term, and if time is there, I'll address it after.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಯೂತ್ ಔಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ರಿಯಲಿ ಅಪ್ರಿಷಿಯೇಟ್ ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಸ್ ಟು ಅ ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್. ಮೇಜರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅವೇ ಆಫ್ ಟುಡೇ. ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾಗ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರು, ನಮ್ಮ ರೂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಬಿಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಹರಿ ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೋಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೌ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಲೀಡರ್. Sir, thank you for being a part of our panel. Mr. Kailash Advani, sir, has worked in various leadership roles in different companies, and then he is a Masters of Finance and Taxation. Currently, he is the consultant, mentor, and CEO of Vaswani Group. Sir, once again, good afternoon and welcome to the panel. I would request you to share a few words on the current youth and the kind of attitude towards success and what they are actually looking for.
Thank you. That was not the topic I was given, but I'm a former Rotarian, former past president. So if you give a Rotarian a mic, they talk. There's no problem at all. Yeah. So you'll excuse me. But youth, as Hariji said, is a state of mind, and I think it is important for everybody to always remain young, irrespective of what their physical age may be. And there are ways to do that, which we can explore as we carry on with this. But the question was, because I don't have it over here.
See, also from your experience, what qualities is the youth really need to contribute as peace-building people to the society?
Contribution to society is something that we have to do all our lives, not just for youth. But as the previous speakers have said, youth is the future. Youth is something that is going to change the world, and obviously for the better. If we look back in the past few years, youth have changed governments, Sri Lanka, Nepal, the Arab Spring, all over the place. So they have beliefs, and they believe. When they believe passionately. It is very difficult once they get to believe something, and obviously they think about it before they come to these beliefs. But once they believe, then they will do their utmost to see that it actually happens, to change the world for the better. Because looking at youth where they are today, and the world as it is today, if I was young, I would be pretty scared. I mean, I was scared even when I was young, but that was a very different world. You didn't really know what was going on around you. Today, because of social media, you're in the middle of it all. And then you wonder, am I capable of really succeeding in this world, of making a difference, of making an impact? So all I want to say is, I'm a practicing Buddhist, so we believe very deeply that everybody has the potential to do something really great. There is no difference between somebody on the street and somebody up there in the ivory castles. So it's the question of how can you bring out these inner reserves of yours to the surface? And on a daily basis, how can you train yourself to become a better and better person so that the world around you becomes better and better? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really wonderful words what you said about Buddhism, that everybody has the inner potential and they need to work. That was real wonderful words. I would also like to welcome our another panelist to the Augustus program. So this is Dr. Ali Khwaja, who's the chairman and founder of Banjara Academy. Good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the panel. So now I would like to ask you a few questions. With such an experience you come from educational backgrounds. Sir is a CEO, founder of Banjara Academy, who's helping a lot of lives to change themselves to become better leaders. So, sir, how can educational institutions better support youth mental health in today's environment?
There is a thing called physical health, mental health, spiritual health. Physical health, everybody knows, they take care of it. To a great extent, spiritual health also, we know whether we follow it or not. In between this, mental health is something which is so neglected. And that is one of the reasons why I am a great proponent of yoga. Because unlike so many other things, yoga is one of the rare activities or processes which combines both physical and mental health. Now, what do educational institutions need to do in very simple words is to encourage curiosity, creativity. But unfortunately, educational institutions kill curiosity and kill creativity. This is in the portion that is not in the portion. This is in the syllabus that is not in the syllabus. Life does not have syllabus. Every day we face challenges which are outside the syllabus. So when we are preparing people, if we are educational institutions preparing the youngsters to face the life outside, we have to teach them to think outside the syllabus, to think for themselves, to question everything. And that in turn contributes tremendously to the mental health of the youngsters who are coming up.
Thank you, sir. Education comes from textbooks. Learning comes from experience. That was very well told. Thank you so much for those wonderful words. And now, ask Kailash, sir, what do you think that the digital era has strengthened or weakened our young people's ability to build peaceful societies, and why?
Yeah, digital era. I come from a time when there were hardly any landlines. Forget about mobiles and whatever else. But from what I read, I was reading somewhere, I'll just read it out to you, that many observers blame the expansion of social media that began in 2012-13 as creating mental problems for the youth. Now, I don't think that, it's not 100% the cause of social media, because that may be a contributing cause. I will read out a little bit more on that. But there are, as I said, so much of uncertainty in the world for youth today, because, jobs, you don't know whether AI is going to take your job tomorrow. You don't know which branch of engineering you should do if you're doing engineering, because you don't know tomorrow what is going to be the flavor of the month. And the political situation, the economic situation, climate change, there are so many issues that bother youth because they really think about these things, because they have to live many, many more years. And where will all this go? So one study has shown that, this happiness curve, which used to be a U curve, where youth used to be happy and old people used to be happy, and in between there was a dip for the Middle Ages, that U curve has become a straight line. Youth are the most unhappy. And slowly, as you grow older, you become a little more happy. We could go into what is happiness, relative happiness, absolute happiness, but let's not do that today. So going back to social media, I think like anything else, it is a tool, and a tool can be used for good or bad. You could look at nuclear power. You could look at QR codes, which is a convenient way to transfer money, but also a convenient way for scammers to take your money. So it depends really on the person who's handling it. So as individuals, what do we need to do to see that we are not controlled by social media? What does it do to you? It feeds you algorithms. So if you look at something for a little longer time on anger, say, it'll just keep building upon that. So actually the BBC word of the year this year was what they call rage bait, and last year was brain rot. And basically this comes down to social media taking control of you rather than you having control over your own mind. Yeah, we say, be the master of your mind. Don't let your mind master you. But with social media, if you watch more than 3 hours a day, it's going to consume you. And what are the signs of that? Anxiety, depression, body image issues. I mean, girls are very susceptible to that. Poor sleep because you're wondering, have I missed out on anything? FOMO. 8 hours of sleep, you could miss out on so many, posts. And cyberbullying. Youth commit suicide because of cyberbullying, not so much in India, but in America, it's really a big problem. And of course, exposure to harmful content. You can learn to make a bomb on YouTube. And, but the positive side of it is that youth have access to every, what should I say, detail of the world. Anything they want to know is available on social media, and they know how to get there, and they know how to get it fast. And I think that is something that is really a game changer, because you don't have to go hunting around in libraries and encyclopedias for information. It's there at your fingertips. And today with ChatGPT or any other form of AI, you don't, I would say, why do you need to study for exams? Everything is available. So your education really should be about teaching you how to take decisions, how to think, how to differentiate between right and wrong, rather than mugging up meaningless sentences and numbers. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Don't allow your mind to be your master. Be the master of your mind. That was really very wonderfully said, sir. Thank you. Now that every panelist emphasizes a lot on mental health and emotional well-being, I would like to shift the focus deeper into the mental health and emotional world of our youth. I would like to ask the question to Dr. Lokesh Babu. Sir, as per your experience and you, how does mental well-being influence a young person's ability to contribute to peace? And what are the early signs of stress or burnout in youth? And will the society be affected by their thought process?
So actually, one of the most neglected part in our body is our brain. Because we do not recognize brain as a part of our body at all. Sometimes we associate that with some supernatural power which is sitting inside the head and doing all the things. So I usually educate people look at the brain also as a part of your body, like your heart or like your kidney, like your liver or any part. It is just like one of those parts. So how you take care of other parts of your body, if there is an issue with the heart or kidney, how cautious you will become, and how oriented you will become, and how alert it will sound you to go to the doctor and take a help, or do something related to the nutrition or medicine, lot of things which are associated. But the brain is one organ which is totally neglected, never cared for, and taken for granted. So we don't actually recognize brain as our organ at all. We have a fallacy that we start believing that brain is myself. I am the brain, so I exist. We are just a recording of information in one part of that brain. My brain does millions and trillions of things. In that, I have one part of the brain which recognizes and identifies and remembers who I am or what I am. So that is only the one part of the brain. So other part of the brain does all the job without your awareness, automatically, not putting you in trouble. So we don't breathe every day telling ourselves that I need to breathe. we don't like, do any of our body activities telling that, okay, I need to digest, I need to, make my heart pump. We don't do any of those things. Exactly like that, brain does everything automatically actually. So what is the difference then if it is doing everything automatically is like where the spiritualism or awareness comes into the picture, where I became aware of the activities of my brain. Like for example, now I am angry, I want to hit somebody. So that is what my brain is provoked, is within me. So now I became aware, like, okay, my brain wants to hit. It's not that I want to hit. When we make this, lose the distinction between whether I want to hit a person or my brain is excited, and as a primary instrument to defend myself or protect myself, it is causing that rage or anger within me. So when we lose the distinction to recognize it's a primary principle behavior of the brain, may not be mine actually. So when we lose that and we start believing that I am angry, I hate a person, I dislike a person, I need to earn so much money, I need to get so much of marks to sustain myself. So we make all our capacities, we fail to distinguish between. So when the brain not able to perform according to the wish of the person, suddenly what the person will think that I am a failure. Okay, so you are not a failure actually. There is one task which your brain is not able to perform. That is the fact actually. But we generalize that, we make it into a whole global thing. So I would like to educate people about, like, be aware, especially youths, be aware all your emotions, which are positive, negative, whatever emotions. There are only 4 principal emotions. So the basic of those emotions is to protect us, to survive actually, not to achieve anything as such. So instead of surviving, we will do all kind of things because of, as sir said, social media influences your behavior, your thinking, your mannerism, your ambitions. It influences everything today because that is something which you have a very private and which you keep it with yourself, and neither your parents will talk to you as much as mobile talks to you, nor your teacher will talk. I mean, no one talks to you as much as this mobile will talk to you. So you're actually living with an instrument which is talking to you in multitude, and multiple impulses are given to your brain, and you have a tendency to dysregulate your own brain function. For the youths, like, my advice would be, like, keep the awareness of your brain, like what I am and what my brain does. I have an issue with anger would be a better way to say, rather than I'm an angry person. So many people I have seen, they take pleasure in saying kind of a status, hey, I'm very short-tempered. Nobody should talk to me. Like, if my nankopa moog mele irutte, they'll say actually, like, so they take pride in negative emotions and negative behaviors. Like, I'm a spendthrift, I am that, I am this. So we have to recognize why my brain is not able to regulate my own emotions, and how would I help my brain to regulate my emotions. That is, I exist as only an awareness more than anything else. So this is a simple advice that I'd like to give to the youths. Recognize, identify emotions which are not pleasing, which are harmful to you, and just change and correct them with all the necessary help which is available to you. Just like how you treat yourself when you fall sick, when you have a diabetes, or when you have any other kind of physical illness. So make a separate. I never say like, my hand, I say like my hand is hurting. I don't say like I am hurt. When my brain is hurt, like, when my brain has got an emotional issue, then I'll say like I am hurt. We use that word straightforward, I am hurt, I am hurt. So we have to know the distinction. It is not that I am hurt actually. I have an awareness that something in me is hurt. Okay, whether it may be a hand, leg, heart, whatever it may be. So when you lose the distinction, when you make brain as the whole and soul, then definitely, and it is not mandatory brain needs to be healthy as you are born. It can be very dysfunctional. So unless you make awareness and learn about mental health, sir said like you can use YouTube to learn about mental health and learn about the brain. I tell like everybody spend at least 10 minutes just reading about the brain or watching some video about the brain. Over the period of time, you will be able to recognize and attain to its difficulties which it will have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There's something called brain in the body, which probably all of us have forgotten. Doctor reminded us very well. So the next time you have pain in the hand, you go to a doctor, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಹರ್ಟ್. ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನೋವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ವೈದ್ಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ತೋರಿಸಿ. ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಭಾಳ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಅವರು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ನೌ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಅವರ್ another guest, a very esteemed guest to this wonderful panel, Rotarian Professor Elizabeth Cherian. She is the District Governor for Rotary International 3192. Put your hands together for this ever smiling, hard-working, beautiful leader, Rotarian Elizabeth Cherian, who is currently the President of the Alliance for Health Promotion Geneva in official relations with the WHO and official status with ECOSOC. Madam is the first Indian to head the organization since the inception, and you go to her with any problems, it gets easily solved. Thank you so much for being with us, ma'am. Welcome to this wonderful program. And I immediately start with your favorite question. How will we empower our youth and kind of the problems they're actually facing? What are the main things we need to address for global peace, their mental health, and youth development?
To me, youth is a power that no one can ignore. And if I believe that if anything has to change across the globe, it has to happen through our young voices. And to ensure that, it is not enough to believe that youth is the power of tomorrow. Youth is here today, and it is their power and decision today that can change the world. When you look at the UN Sustainable Goals, because I am part of that, I work for them, every single goal of the UN Sustainable Goals have to be achieved, and if you want it to be achieved by 2030, it can only be done through the youth of the country. And when you think of climate change, when you think of war and conflict, when you think of anything that is wrong anywhere, all it calls for is the power of youth to come together. And everyone knows that peace cannot be bought by force. It has to be brought by understanding. It has to be brought by patience. The youth have it all today. They have the energy, they have the passion, they have the enthusiasm. Then what do they lack? There is one thing that we all lack today, and that is patience. If patience can be brought about in the world, if every one of us decide to be patient, surely there will be understanding, surely there will be world peace. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ಯುವಕರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶಾಂತಿ, ತಾಳ್ಮೆ, ವಿನಯ, ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರದ ಶಕ್ತಿನೂ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಅವರಿಗಿಲ್ಲದ್ದು ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಹರಿ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಭಾಳ ಬೇಗ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ. ಯಾವಾಗ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವೋ ಆವಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನು ಇಚ್ಛಿಸಿದ್ದೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾಧಿಸಬೇಕಾದರೆ ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೂ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಗೋಲ್ನತ್ತ ನಾವು ಸಾಗಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಿ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು ಬಹಳ ಬೇಗ ಡಿಸಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟೆ, ಆದರೆ ಹಿಂಗಾಯಿತು, ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇದರತ್ತ ನಾನು ಗಮನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಅಚೀವ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಪೀಸ್. Unless you are consistent, unless you are patient, unless you are focusing towards your goal, no matter what the ups and downs, that is when you reach the goal. Actually, I was reading a small note. Maybe I can take 2 minutes for that. There was a young boy in Alabama. He walked 20 miles to reach his workplace because he had got that job after a lot of difficulty. He had to report in the morning. And unfortunately, he had to report the previous day and then join the job the next day. It was his first chance at the job. He could have stayed back. His car broke down. He could have stayed back. He could have said, I cannot come on the said date. But this boy walked, starting at night. He walked through dangerous roads, dark paths, because he wanted to reach the destination at any cost. When he was walking through those dangerous alleys at the rare times, at wrong times at night, the police confronted him and asked him, where are you walking to? He said, I have to report at my workplace because this is my first day at work and I don't want to be late, but I want to report. He could have taken a decision to tell the management that he's not able to come because his car broke down. He had 1,000 excuses he could have given. but he decided to walk. He walked through the darkness, he walked through the challenges, he walked through the dangers. And believe me, when he got there, it was not that everybody clapped for him. The management offered him a new car and said, your consistency, your belief in yourself, and your consistent efforts to see that you do not delay reaching the place has made you a great employee and you will be an asset to the organization. He was received and welcomed with a car. It's not about getting the car. It's about his ability to have decided that he will walk towards his goal no matter what. This is what we need as youngsters today, to walk towards our goal no matter what the challenge, no matter what the time, no matter what the danger. My call to the youth of today and to every one of us is to be consistent at what we are pursuing, have the understanding that it requires, and the peace and the patience that we need to achieve our goals. We are all human beings confronted with various challenges that are within our control, sometimes beyond our control. All it takes is a clear mind and a vision to see that we have a goal ahead. And anyone who thinks that you're living for yourself is wrong, because that is not a life lived. If you want a life well lived, you have to live it for others. And if every one of us decide to make a difference to one more individual in the world, we can ensure world peace. Thank you.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for those wonderful words. Patience and perseverance can overcome mountains. Ma'am explained it very, very beautifully. Sahane, samadhana, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಅದಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಸಹ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಮೇಡಮ್. ತುಂಬ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ, ವಿಶ್ವಶಾಂತಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಈ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಅನ್ನೋ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನು ಹರಿಶಂಕರ್ ಸರ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಸರ್, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯೋಗ, ಆರ್ಟ್, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಫುಲ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಥನ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೆಸಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಯೂತ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಶಾಂತಿಗಾಗಿ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಯೋಗ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೈಂಡ್ಫುಲ್ನೆಸ್ಸು ಹೇಗೆ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದಿನ ಯುವಶಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಾತುಗಳು.
ಎಸ್ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್, ಯೋಗ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇನ್ ಟೋಟ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇನ್ one field. It is about the total. Life is not particularly segmented to one field. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಜೀವನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ವಿಷಯವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಗುರುಕುಲ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ವಿ ವರ್ ಟಾಟ್ 64 ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೆಕಲೇಸ್ 1838 ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನು, ಒಬ್ಬ ಗುರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಎಲಿಜಬೆತ್ ಕ್ವೀನ್ಗೆ ಹಿ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ಎ ಲೆಟರ್, ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಕರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಿಲ್ ದ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಕುಲ ಪದ್ಧತಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡೆಲಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಲಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಮೃತಸ್ಯ ಪುತ್ರಃ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅಮೃತ, ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ದ ಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ನೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಟರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೋಟ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿ? ಸೊ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇನ್ ಟೋಟ್ಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ಈಶಾವಾಶ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ತೇನ ತೆಕ್ತೇನ ಭುಂಜಿತಾಹ ಮಾ ಗೃಧಃ ಕಸ್ಯ ಸ್ವಿದ್ದನಂ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ as it is not yours, it is from the divine, it is for the divine, it is to the divine. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪೀಸ್ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಇದಂ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಆಶ್ರಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಯೋಗ, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯೋಗ ಆಗಲಿ, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸಚ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೋ, ದೆನ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್. Think in terms of energy. You can never think in terms of psychology, or you can never think mental health in terms of mental thinking. You cannot get mental health through mental thinking. You have to think in terms of energy, not in terms of psychology. So in terms of energy, you are doing some work and you feel this work is not bringing you energy, this work is not getting you enthusiasm, then you are losing energy, you are getting drained, then don't do that work. It is very clear. You cannot think.